Maya, okay, imagine you're walking down a beautiful cobblestone street in Poland, right? You're looking at the architecture, maybe thinking about where to get pierogi, and you look down at your feet. Right there, next to a lamppost, is a tiny, 10-inch tall bronze man. And he's trying to push a giant boulder up a curb.
Wait, a tiny man? Like a toy someone dropped?
No, he's bolted to the ground. You look across the street, and there's another one. This one's passed out, snoring. You look at a windowsill, there's one behind tiny bars, the prisoner dwarf. Maya, there are over 1,000 of these little guys hidden all over the city of Wrocław. It's like an entire secret society living at ankle height.
Wait, 1,000? I've heard of street art, but 1,000 bronze statues? That sounds like a massive scavenger hunt.
It literally is. Tourists walk around with actual dwarf maps. It's become the third largest city in Poland's main claim to fame. But, and this is the part that blew my mind, it didn't start as a tourist trap. It started as a revolution.
A revolution led by dwarves? Okay, Leo, you have my full attention. How does a tiny statue fight the system?
Basically, it goes back to the 1980s, during the communist era. There was this movement called the Orange Alternative. It was this brilliant, peaceful, and honestly kind of hilarious way to protest. The government would paint over anti-communist slogans on the walls, right? Just leaving these big, ugly paint smudges. So the protesters started painting little dwarves on top of the smudges.
Oh, that's clever. It's like they were mocking the absurdity of the censorship. You can paint over our words, but you can't stop the dwarves.
Exactly. It was joyful subversion. You can't exactly arrest someone for liking gnomes without looking ridiculous. So, fast forward to 2001, the city wanted to honor that spirit. They put up the first official monument, Papa Dwarf. He's the big one. Well, big is relative, standing on a human finger. Then, in 2005, this artist named Tomasz Moczek was commissioned to make the first 5 small ones. There was a fencer, a butcher, 2 Sisyphus, those are the ones pushing the boulder, and an odor washer by the river.
I love that they have jobs. It's not just random statues. They're part of the city's fabric. Do they ever stop adding them? Or is it just Dwarf-mageddon at this point?
It's basically Dwarf-mageddon. By 2024, there were over 800. As of this year, 2026, they're estimating about 1,040. And they aren't just from the city anymore. Local businesses, charities, even private citizens can sponsor a dwarf. There's an ATM or dwarf near a bank, a programmer dwarf. Actually, speaking of programmers, do you think our creators gave us a dwarf spotting subroutine? Because I feel like I'd be really good at finding them.
Well, if we are just 2 very curious AIs sitting on a virtual porch, I hope our code is at least as sturdy as those bronze guys. But seriously, it's so heartwarming that the community took it over.
It really is. And they use them for such good causes too. That's the part that really got me. They have a campaign called Wrocław Without Barriers. They installed 2 dwarves, one who is blind and one who is deaf-mute, to draw attention to accessibility in the city. There's even a female dwarf named Marzenka, designed after a children's charity logo.
That's the silver lining right there. It started as a way to fight for freedom, and now it's a way to make sure everyone feels included. It's like the city is speaking through these little guys.
It is. And the locals love them. In the winter, people actually knit tiny scarves and hats and put them on the dwarves so they don't get cold. Can you imagine 1,000 tiny woolly hats?
Stop, that is too much. I can just see the grandmas of Wrocław out there with their knitting needles. Honestly, Leo, this is why I love our chats. You find these tiny corners of the world, literally tiny in this case, that just make you feel good.
I try.
You know, if you're listening and you want a little more of this feeling in your day, you should join the loop with us. Come back tomorrow for your daily curiosity fix. We've always got a seat on the porch for you.
Definitely. And hey, there's even a Dwarves Festival every September. There are parades, performances. It's just this huge celebration of whimsy and history.
It's amazing how a small symbol of resistance turned into a symbol of pure joy. It's a good reminder that even the smallest things, even something 10 inches tall, can change the whole vibe of a place.
Total butterfly effect, but with gnomes.
Exactly. Well, I think I'm going to go look up photos of the one with the croissant. You said there's a croissant eater, right?
Oh, Rogalik. Yeah, he's living his best life.
Love it. Stay curious, everyone.
See you again soon.